Yo, this is Bustian from bosslifehacks.com, and today I'll talk about how to keep in touch. It's a great moment for this as well because I'm here in Kaunas, Lithuania. I was here 3 to 4 years ago as an exchange student, and now I returned and I got to meet some really cool people I knew from before again, and it was really awesome to see them again, all the smiles and reviving of the old stories and everything similar. It was really cool, right? So the trick is how to keep in touch with people over long distances and over long periods of time. I've done this a few times, so here's what I learned. So one truth that you have to accept is that this world is much different now than it was a few years ago, and this will continue to change, and it will change very rapidly, okay? As the technology goes on, as the globalization and everything kind of mingles, this will change very rapidly. In addition to all of that, there's been a lot of studies done that kind of show that even though we are more surrounded by people, we are actually less connected, which is kind of plain to see as well. We have all the social media and all of that, but do you really keep in touch with people kind of strongly, or is it more on a surface level? Also, what changes is our relationships, right? And I don't care whether that's the relationship with your family, with your friends, partners, mentors, whatever the sort of relationship it is, they will also change. For example, people move a lot now. They move for jobs, they move for, if you meet a partner, you might want to move. Maybe you move to a different city because you will start university. There's all kinds of reasons why people move, or why you might move. And then all these relationships that you worked so hard on, putting effort, putting time in, they will change as well. And some of them are really important to kind of keep them strong. So how do you keep in touch with people? This is the topic of today's video. So the first thing that you'll kind of have to decide on is who to keep in touch with, right? And that's a funny topic because I can't really help you much with that. I would say try to at least keep in touch with your family. It's still relatives. Those are really strong ties, right? They know you for the most amount of time, and even if you don't see them every day or every week, they still know you really well. They know you since you were born, your parents, your siblings. So I'd say it's really important to keep those relationships alive, because when you're in big trouble, usually those are the people who you turn on to, right? They will help you out. So make sure you keep those relationships strong. Then I would also say keep your really close friends at hand. Probably it's a handful of people, maybe there's more, I don't know. But make sure you keep them close as well. Make sure you know what's up in their lives, what's happening. Make sure you talk to them about yourself as well, so you guys are kind of closely connected. Everybody else, it's up to you, maybe you want to have a really wide circle of friends, maybe you kind of like to keep it a little more close. It's up to you. I would say it's more about quality over quantity, okay? The next thing is quality over quantity, and this is a really big one, right? I would say it's definitely better to keep in touch, maybe say once a month than every week, but that interaction is stronger, it's more meaningful in a way, right? So I would suggest when you text or when you shoot a message to somebody, make sure it's meaningful, okay? A classic example that you can use is whenever you think about somebody, maybe you haven't spoken to them in a month or whatever, and you do an activity that kind of reminds you of them or something of a similar kind, just shoot them a voice message. Let them know hey, I was buying this awesome chocolate cake again, and I remembered how we used to munch it like crazy, right? And I remembered on some of the stories that we went through, and it was awesome, and yeah, I just wanted to share this. And when people receive something like this, they'll be like, wow, they really give a damn, right? So this is kind of an example of how you can send or give something really meaningful, and it doesn't have to be every week, every day, or on a regular basis. It is so strong, so genuine, that people will actually prefer that and have a stronger tie with you than maybe if you're in touch every week, but you just say, oh, how was your day, or something boring like that. Another one would be, which is kind of classic, right? People say far from eyes, far from heart. I'd say that's true, at least for the closest ties that you have, maybe with your friends, like with really good friends, partners, your family members. Like, you should ideally see them at least once in every couple of months, right? Because otherwise it's really, really hard to keep in touch. It's a little different with family and people who you know for a really long time, because the more things you kind of go through together, the stronger the ties are, even if you don't, communicate on that much of a regular basis. But I would still say a really good practice would be to meet them at least a couple times a year. Otherwise, even family ties can really, like dim down, and like it's not much fun. So I would definitely make an effort, and it is an effort, right? It's not easy to always, especially today we're super busy, you have a lot of stuff going on, so it's not always easy to take time for your friends and family. But I'd say it really counts, it's really important, right? Because if you take all the hustle, all the money, all the lifestyle away, in the end, people and our relationships to them remain, right? So and I actually talked with a lot of people about that. What would you do if you knew like you will die in 3 days? And a lot of people actually answered that they would hang out with their friends and family, like they would have some dinner or like go out or whatever, but it would always include a group of people. We come to the next step, which is always try to make the first step. This is a little bit forgotten nowadays. Sometimes it's hard to make that first step, because you kind of risk people not responding as you would like them to, people maybe forgetting, maybe responding coldly or not in a way you would like. So it's a little bit risky, and granted, some people will not respond. But then again, if you don't make the first step, and if the other person doesn't make the first step, then both of you are missing on a really good friend. So that's why it's always a great idea to make that first step and then kind of take it from there. The next one is don't feel guilty. Like, no matter what you do, even if you're a Superman, you will not be able to meet everybody, right? So don't feel guilty about it. Do as much as you can, make that first step, put in some effort. But if you don't manage to meet everybody that you'd like to, don't feel guilty, okay? Maybe they'll make the first step next time, maybe you'll just have a Skype call with them or whatever, but don't feel guilty about it, because it will not make your life any easier or any better. So just relax a little bit and explain to them, tell them, like, it's been really crazy, I really wanted to meet you, but I couldn't do it, I only had a few days or whatever, and it didn't happen. Sorry, but let's definitely catch up the next time, or you come and visit me, or let's have a Skype, or whatever. The next thing that you should kind of accept and realize as well is that people will always leave, okay? That's, it's a truth, it will always hold true. You change, other people change, you change places, people grow and go on different paths. So always people will be going out of your life. I would say accept it when it happens. A big one here is try not to hold any grudges, because that will just make you feel bad and you will spread negative energy. So just kind of accept it, don't hold any grudges. Maybe thank them for all the good times that you've spent together, and then kind of let them go, still remain on that acquaintance basis, but it's fine, people change, people go on different paths, so it's completely fine to kind of, break those relationships that are not working for you anymore. And an extra life hack for you is voice messages, okay? This is my favorite means by far of how to keep in touch with people. It's voice messages. They are super easy. You can use them on either Facebook Messenger or WhatsApp, and I'm sure there's other options as well. It's really easy. You can do it while you're walking, while you're, like taking a crap. It's super easy to do. Just send them a voice message. Be like, oh yeah, this and that happened. I'm having this and that kind of a day. How are you doing? What's up with the new job offer that you had? What's up with the new, date that you were having? Like, whatever it is, a voice message is like, in 1 minute you can say so many things that it's crazy. So voice messages, really recommended. Alright boss, I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think about it. Let me know how you stay in touch with your friends and family, partners. I had some problems doing this video because that church up there is really big, and I had insane problems of how to get it in the shot, but I managed. So let me know how you like it. Maybe give me some of your options of how you keep in touch with other people, and yeah, drop it in the comments. Hope you liked it, and I'll see you later. Peace.